The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored on behalf of National Drowning Prevention Alliance by Gorvitz Communications.
With childhood drowning ranked the leading cause of death among children ages 1 through 4, an instance on the rise, I spoke with Adam Ketchy-Marchi, Chief Executive Officer of NDPA, to provide helpful insights and tips to assist parents in keeping their kids safe this summer. Good morning, Adam. How are you?
I'm good, Brad. Good to be with you this morning talking about this important topic.
Yes, it is. As we know, summertime is here in the valley. People are getting out to the pools. The kids are around them. So let's talk about drowning that doesn't look like drowning and some things parents need to know and some misconceptions about, of course, water safety around the pool.
Yeah, so what we're finding is, as we talk to parents across the country, is they just don't know all the facts as it relates to water safety and drowning prevention. And one of those is really the way drowning presents. You know, drowning does not look like the way it does in TV, and the way Hollywood has portrayed it over time. You know, when you watch a movie and you see a drowning victim, you often hear them screaming out for help, arms flailing up in the air. So many parents think if their child gets in trouble in the water that they're going to hear or see it. And unfortunately, drowning is quick and it's silent. It's 20 to 60 seconds. And the child is often not going to be able to call out for help. We've even heard instances where a parent was just feet away from their child as they're drowning and didn't recognize it. So we want everyone just to be working with a full set of information and facts this summer so parents can really make informed safety decisions for their children around water this summer.
Yeah, very, very important there. I think you said something that's very important there, and that is drowning doesn't have a sound. And I think that's where when you hear your kids play in the water, that's safe. When you don't hear them, you really got to check on them. And also, we need to talk about swimming lessons. That's something that parents think, well, you know, when they get older. So what is the age they should start looking at swimming lessons?
Yeah, another area of misconception, you know, a lot of people think a child has to be a lot older to start swimming lessons, but now the American Academy of Pediatrics actually recommends that children can be ready to start swimming lessons as early as their first birthday. Now, a 1 or 2-year-old is not going to be swimming front crawl or back crawl across the pool, but can they learn basic survival skills such as floating in the water? Absolutely. And if a child makes it to the water and no one notices, those skills can make the difference between life and death. So it's never too early to start swimming lessons. In fact, research has found for 1 to 4-year-olds who are enrolled in a formal swim lesson, that can reduce the risk of drowning by up to 88%. And I have to give a little call out to the adults too. It's never too late if you don't know how to swim to get enrolled in swimming lessons as well. You know, we're recommending that parents consider swimming to be the first sport they should enroll their child in. You know, football, baseball, all these other sports are great summertime activities, but they're just, you know, they're fun. Swimming is not only fun, but it's also a life-saving skill. So get those kids enrolled in swimming lessons as early as possible.
Yeah, I think you said something, again, very important there. Parents get into it because a lot of parents are scared of the water, so they make their kids scared of the water, and it shouldn't be that way. They got to make them understand it, which is important. So let's talk about some things that parents need to do to protect their kids from drowning.
Yeah, so, you know, it's really important to keep in mind that there's no one single thing that's going to completely eliminate the risk of drowning. So we recommend the use of 5 layers of protection, the first being barriers and alarms. You know, I know the Valley quite well, and there's a lot of backyard pools, and backyard pools are a really the number one place our 1 to 4-year-olds are drowning, and drowning is the single leading cause of death for children ages 1 to 4. So restricting access, the use of a 4-sided isolation fence around backyard pools, absolutely critical during swim times, making sure there's active supervision. But, you know, keep in mind, 70% of our toddler drownings are happening during non-swim time. So even though supervision's important, it can fail. Third is water competency. First sport, get those kids into swimming lessons as early as possible. And 4 is the appropriate use of life jackets, making sure anytime we're around natural bodies of water, anytime we're boating. And again, this is another place we encourage adults. Don't just think those life jackets are for kids. Make sure you're wearing one and make sure you're modeling that behavior for young children. And then finally, our last layer is emergency preparedness. You know, drowning is an accident. It happens quickly, often, you know, at times we don't expect it to. So knowing what to do in an emergency, how to call for help, and then also what care to provide, that good quality CPR care with rescue breaths can make a huge, huge difference.
Adam, I'll tell you, this is such great information, important information, especially this time of year. So where can we find more information?
Absolutely. You can go to ndpa.org/firstsport to learn all about water competency, getting your kids into swimming lessons, and also about the 5 layers of protection.
All right. Hey, Adam, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Brad. Appreciate it.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored on behalf of National Drowning Prevention Alliance by Gorvitz Communications.